What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Sports Talk Philadelphia. And what a great day it is to talk about sports. So without any further action, let's get right into today's episode.
Pilots try to Rockefeller hover. Down go to war like a soldier. Yeah. Plus they tried to count me out thinking that it's over. But I got to fight. Rocky Balboa. Yeah, I got to fight like Rocky Balboa. Yeah, I got to fight. Rocky Balboa. Yeah, I got to fight like Rocky Balboa. Rocky Balboa with the fight. Yeah, I got to fight. Yeah,
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As you know, I am your host, Braden Knapp, and I'm here joined full panelists, as always. Here on my left, Chris Gress. How we doing?
Doing good, man. Ready to talk ball?
Awesome. Over here, Tyler's back. Ty Farmer's back.
Go.
How are you? I know we're glad to have you on.
I'm great. Did y'all miss me?
We definitely did. I know we did. And over on that, of course, Jane, how are we?
I'm feeling great over here.
Ready to talk some ball, I know for sure. So let's get right into it with our football talk. As you know, unfortunately, Eagles are no longer in Super Bowl contention, but a lot has happened. So let's start with the AFC Championship review. And did you miss May? Drake May, man. The Patriots beat the Broncos at a 10-7 in a snowstorm. Not the prettiest of games. The Patriots returned to the Super Bowl for the first time since 2018. I can't believe they're back. Broncos shut out in the second half. And of course, kind of a big controversy with this game was the fourth down call that Broncos decided, instead of to kick the field goal, they decided to go for it, and they ended up not getting it. And yeah, I mean, the rest of the game is kind of history there. They lost by 3 points, 10-7. And it's very unfortunate because I guess you could say the Broncos were the better. They probably were the better team. But obviously, you saw the score and you saw the game. There was a lot of things that went wrong. And as we know, Jarrett Stidham is not Nick Foles. However, with all that, Chris, what was your thoughts on this AFC Championship game?
I mean, like you said, and Patriots have been back to the Super Bowl since 2018. We all know what happened that year for them. So, I mean, I hope that happens again. But as far as the game, it was definitely an interesting watch, because to start the game, it seemed like it was going to be normal conditions. You know, Stidham, as you guys just saw, threw that deep ball, and I was like, oh, maybe Stidham's going to channel his inner Nick Foles. But as the game went on, the elements became more and more of a factor as it went. I mean, on the Patriots side, Drake May was just running all over the place. Like, I knew he was mobile, but I've never seen him run that much, at least this year. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't have that many thoughts on the game. I kind of checked out when the Eagles lost, but interesting just to hear what Tyler has to say as well.
I mean, it was definitely just, especially compared to the NFC Championship game, it wasn't the most entertaining of games. But, I mean, for me, I just go back to that fourth down. That was really the turning point in this game. And I feel like coaches these days try to get too cute. And to me, the optics of, if you go up 10-0 in that situation with that defense, we know how good Denver's defense is, you have your backup quarterback in, the confidence that it would have given your team to be up 10-0 at that point. Sometimes you just got to take the points.
I completely agree. I'm always a fan of, like, you know what, we could go for it here. Maybe we're just a 4th and 2. We're on their side of it. No, just take the easy points. I feel like it more or less hurts you, I feel like, than anything. I'm just here as a 21-year-old sitting on a desk. But at least when I watch football, I feel like more times than not going for it is just shot yourself in the foot. What do you think, Jaden, of this thrilling game?
Yeah. Honestly, I agree with what Tyler just said. Like, I feel like people, or especially the NFL now, they're trying to be like, let's go on like every fourth down. Like, you see what the Lions do. They go for like 5 times on fourth down, and you see they didn't make the playoffs this year just for that reason alone. So I feel like you got to take the points when you can, but when it mattered most, the MVP showed up. Drake May was there to run and get the first down at the end of the game, and Christian Gonzalez, one of the best corners for that interception at the end. That was amazing to see.
It really was. And Christian Gonzalez, before he went to Oregon, he was a CU buff, so came back to Colorado a little bit, stored some action. But, I mean, I think we all can agree that the Patriots being back is not a thing we like. And I don't think we can't say, like, deserve, because, like, they don't deserve to have another good quarterback, but it's like, I mean, they got it. So it's like, but I can't believe the Patriots are back. I thought at least another 5 more years we had, like a little buffer period away from this. But it's kind of interesting. Do we think the Patriots are going to be really good?
I mean, credit to Mike Vrabel. I mean, he's really done a great job with this team this year. The defense, you mentioned Drake May. He's definitely in the MVP conversation. We'll see who ends up winning it. I don't know if he will, but nothing but respect for Drake May. He had an awesome season. Honestly, yeah, I mean, I feel like this could be the start of a run for the Patriots. I don't want that to happen, but they have all the pieces in play, great defense, great quarterback, and we'll see how it plays out because I think this has a chance to be a very, very, very entertaining Super Bowl.
Definitely, and the team that's in their way of stopping the Patriots are the Seattle Seahawks, who were your NFC champions. Let's go in and talk about that game. Obviously, the NFC Championship review, the ghost of Darnold's pass. Oh my goodness, the Seahawks edge out the Rams with 31-27 win. The Seahawks stop Rams on 4th down for the potential go-ahead touchdown drive in the 4th quarter. That was really huge. Obviously, the Seahawks defense has been amazing this year and a huge problem. And then Darnold, I can't believe it, 346 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and he did not turn over the ball against a good Rams defense. I mean, I got to give him the flowers. I don't know how. I can't say how he did that because he's obviously a very good quarterback, but he's dangerous, man. Sam Darnold is playing dangerous, and I hope he continues to play dangerous against the Patriots. But obviously, the turning point was when the Rams muff in the 3rd quarter to allow the Seahawks to go up by double digits. I mean, you saw in the game, they came back. The Rams definitely could have won this game, but they probably dug themselves too hole to get out of. It was something. Well, Tyler, going over here, what was your thoughts on the NFC Championship?
I mean, it's got to be Sam Darnold for me, and I think, we got to put some respect on his name now, LaShawn McCoy. Like, seeing where he's come from when he was with the Jets and everyone thought he was a bust. Then he goes to Carolina, struggles there, goes to the 49ers after that, struggles. Then good year with the Vikings, ends ugly, and now to see where he's at now. I mean, Sam Darnold is probably one of the better comeback stories in the NFL over the last decade or so. I mean, you can't do anything else but give the guy credit for what he's done.
Legitimately, and you said it. I mean, we have forgot this guy. I mean, he was on the Panthers. He was literally just getting passed around, and to see what he's doing now, you guys can see it. I mean, throw to JSN there. I mean, I can't believe it. He's very, very, very good. And honestly, when he left the Jets, I thought I was one of those people. I was going to write him off. I thought he was done. I don't hate Sam Darnold, but man, he's really proving everyone wrong. Jaden, let's go hear your thoughts.
I mean, that was just a phenomenal game from Sam Darnold right there. Like, being able to go against one of the better teams in the league, in the Rams, and in that situation where, the Seahawks probably have the best defense in the league, and being able to, the Rams offense countering that. So for him to go against an MVP candidate and Matt Stafford just is amazing, considering we all said he was with the Jets and the Panthers. He was Brock Brady's backup for a whole, it was terrible over there.
Definitely. And one thing I will say also about this game, I mean, this Seattle defense is no joke. It's not like the Legion of Boom, like obviously years past when the last time they won the Super Bowl, or at least got the Super Bowl. But man, they're dangerous, and a little part of me is glad the Eagles didn't get through, because if we had to play the Seahawks, I don't want to know what that score would have looked like, to be honest. But at least I'm hoping, I don't know about you guys, we're hoping maybe that they can not have another Patriots Super Bowl. At least let's hope. I don't know what you guys feel. At least that's with me. No more Patriots winning.
No, I'm with you, man. But we'll see. It's a little rematch between the Seahawks and the Patriots, but hopefully it goes a different way.
Mm-hmm. And with that is all the time we have for football talk. Now let's get into one of our favorites, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and that is our Philadelphia 76ers. Let's talk about it. They are 3-3 in their last 6 games. We're around 500. They fortunately were swarmed in Charlotte. They lost by 43 of the Hornets, and they're down as many as 51. We're just going to not talk about that game. But back in the bucket, Jared McCain, I mean, coming back from the G League has been great. He shot 9-14 from 3 in his last 2 games back. He had 17 points last night coming off the bench. I mean, I'm glad that McCain's coming back. It's been a fun thing to watch. But Sixers, they're something. They really are. I'm going to go over here with you, Chris, because, I mean, I know you're loving it. Embiid's playing like Embiid again. Paul George is playing like old Paul George. I mean, it's something the Sixers right now. Let's hear what you have.
Oh, absolutely, man. I mean, obviously, no complaints about Joel in his last 5. He's averaging 32, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. I really think that all-star bit is not a joke. I really think that's possible he gets selected as a reserve. Big shout out to him. And yeah, Paul George too, man. Obviously he had 32 last night, but his defense has been all world the past few games. And I got big ups to Paul George, especially bouncing back from how tough of a year it was for him last year. Nothing but respect. Another under the radar shout out. And Kelly Oubre has been really, really solid these past couple games. I feel like he had 24, then he had 30. He's just been shooting the ball lights out. But yeah, the team overall, I mean, they're 25 and 21. They're the 6th seed. I mean, hopefully they can keep climbing the rankings. But as long as they're not a play-in, as long as they are one of those top 6 seeds, the East is pretty wide open this year. And talent-wise, injuries with Joel and Paul George and the Sixers team at large, I really think they can make a run in the Eastern Conference just because of how open the conference is this season.
Definitely. Going over you, Tyler. Do you feel the same way? How do you feel?
Yeah, I do agree with a lot of the points Chris said already. I do think that the Sixers definitely have the talent to really make some noise in the Eastern Conference this year. But I think the biggest thing is just having these guys healthy. Joel Embiid, Paul George, they're building chemistry with each other, which is something that you couldn't do in years past because these guys weren't playing. And now that you have these guys playing, not just playing, but playing consistently, it's not Joel's in one night, then out 2 nights, then in and it's consistently, he's in the games. Paul George consistently in the games. That's going to help them build chemistry to where we get to the playoffs and this team will look much more ready for the playoffs than they have in years past.
Definitely. I mean, that's what we've been saying. Can we just get consistent play? I feel like the last couple of years on the show we've been saying that. We're just please, consistent play. And at least last couple of, obviously not all the results have been perfect, but we're not really asking for that. But at least they're all playing, and at least the chemistry is at least building. Jaden, how do you feel about Sixers going on right now?
I mean, for them being 3-3 in their last 6 doesn't show. They are getting in their flow right now. Jeremy McCain coming back and being able to hit 9 of 14 threes in those last 2 games. That's impressive. That's what the Sixers need from Jarrett McCain, and especially with everybody else doing well and staying healthy. I feel like this is the good time for the Sixers to start going up, and they're the 5 seed right now. I'm pretty sure there's a chance that if they can get in the right state of mind and start winning, getting these wins together, they're going to go up and be dangerous in the playoffs.
Now, how do we do that? How do we feel is that? How do we get this team together, especially rotation-wise? That's a little thing with this team. We almost feel like we have too many players and too many good players in some spots. So it's okay, what do we do going forward to get the best out of everyone and to get a top spot in the East? Because you're 100% right. You all said it. They should not be a play-in seed. I mean, especially how wide open the East is. Y'all should be in there and be contending, especially with at least on paper this team. Are you kidding me? So it's how do we move the needle, and actually how do we get that done? What do you think?
Well, I mean, let's get to our next stretch of games here, because I think these will be a big role, because there are 4 games over 500 right now, but they just got to keep putting together the wins.
Well, let's see their next wins here.
Yeah.
Or their next games here. Yeah. Let's hope they're wins. They go on the first play on the Kings, which it's Sacramento, it's Sac. So you never know where you're getting there. And following that, you have the Pelicans and at the Clippers in Los Angeles, go on the West Coast there. I mean, these are teams you can most definitely beat and add on to the win column, but they probably won't. How do you think they're going to go into these next couple games?
I mean, ideally, hope they take 2 out of 3. I mean, Kings should be a win. Pelicans should be a win. I'm only saying that because they're at home, and the Sixers have been playing really well at home recently. That 40-point loss to the Hornets was on the road. No Joel, no Paul George, but still no excuse. You should not be losing by 40 to the Hornets. But I think they'll take 2 out of 3 here. I think our old pal James Harden might give them some trouble on the road, but I think they take care of business against the Kings and the Pelicans. And then Clippers, it'll be a bit more interesting. That's just my opinion, though.
That Harden game will be something. It's always fun seeing James Harden again, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Especially going to you, Tyler. How do you feel these next couple stretch of games for the Sixers?
Yeah, I think for me, the way I look at it, if you can continue to just find a way, every 3 games, get 2 out of 3, get 2 out of 3, every 5, get 3 out of 5, get 3 out of 5.
Exactly.
And just build that consistency. I think that's going to be the best way for this team to really improve their standings and hope for a chance to get a higher seed in the Eastern Conference. They realistically should take all 3 of these games, but we know that's just, at this point, it's a lot to ask. But it's just, for me, 2 out of 3, 3 out of 5, 2 out of 3, and just stay consistent.
Definitely. That's what we want, to stay consistent a little bit. Jaden, before we wrap up here, what do you think?
Well, they should win the next 3 games. I mean, the Kings and the Pelicans are the 14 and 15 seed in the West. There's going to be issues if you lose to either team. And then the Clippers, they're the 10 seed. They're going to fight, but I feel like the Sixers, especially with the way they are playing right now, they should keep going and win that game as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's just they're so bipolar, the Sixers. It's like, come on. But we feel as though, at least going to the next couple games, they're not the best of teams. Let's at least get 2 out of 3. Let's build off this. So that's all the time we have for the Sixers. Now let's get into our Flyers talk. Let's talk some hockey. And unfortunately, our Flyers have been skidding on ice as of recently. They are 2-8 in their last 10, but they're still only 6 points out of a wild card spot, so they're still in it. The light in the darkness. They put on display against the best team in the Avalanche, 7-3. That did not look like the Flyers team that we've seen recently. And their next game was is on January 28th at the Blue Jackets, 7:30 kickoff. It is something because the last game, or just before the Blue Jackets and after the Avs, not very good against the Islanders at all. We won't even discuss that. But this team's interesting. The one thing about tonight, I will say, Vladar is back. That has been an issue. Ericsson's been in, but it's weird because all last season, Eriksson was our savior in that. So it's really weird. Chris, how do you feel about the Flyers that are recently?
They are like a bipolar is the word I can use for this team because, like you said, they beat the Avalanche on the road. They scored 7 goals. Owen Tippett had a hat trick. And his third goal was just textbook. He had a breakaway, hit little top shelf. I mean, he's been great for them. He's really been scoring a lot. Zegras has still been doing his thing. But yeah, the biggest thing I think why they've been struggling so much, you alluded to it, but Eriksson just hasn't been the same guy, unfortunately, but Vladar has. Vladar has been such a great signing. So I think getting him back in net will be massive for this team because when he's been out there, they've definitely been winning more than they've been losing, which is obviously what you want to do. And yeah, overall the Flyers, I mean, they're just an interesting squad. Like the Islanders' loss was obviously not ideal, especially because, the Islanders in your division, 1 spot ahead of you in the standings. That could have been a huge game to right the ship a little bit. Fortunately, they got shut out, and then they lost to the Mammoth as well, which wasn't ideal. But I'm still kind of optimistic on this team. I know I've already mentioned it, but Vladar being back will be very, very big. But I still think the Flyers have an outside shot at the playoffs, and if they can keep getting hot, I like their chances.
I really like their chances too in their offense. I mean, you saw against the Avs, they literally put up 7 goals against the league's best team. There you go, you got it out there. It's just that defense. The defense, I just collapses on the Flyers. I look at some of the plays they have, and it's just like a wide open just gap for the other team just going through it. But our offense, I mean, it's that. You have Tippett, Michkov, Zegras. They have so many weapons offensively. I just feel as though with the Flyers, especially if they want, I'll hear your opinion here in a second, but if they want a wild card spot, probably have to make a trade for a defenseman of some kind. I just feel as though defense is not the prettiest. What do you think?
Oh, that's totally a fair point. But the philosophy with the Flyers has been really, really interesting because, like you said, they're building this younger group. They have, Michkov. You would have thought they would have re-signed or extended Zegras, but then they give Christian Dvorak a 5-year extension who is already in his 30s. And Briere has done a great job so far, but that move was kind of a little bit of a head scratcher. So it makes me think they're really high on him. I know he's not a defenseman, but that move still strikes me. I'm wondering, the trade deadline's coming up for the NHL. I wonder if they're going to make a move for a defenseman. I would lean not just because I feel like they might be happy with the group they have and might just roll it out there with what they have. But, I don't think they'll make a move, but we'll see.
And we will definitely see. I want to pick your brain, Jaden. How do you feel about what the Flyers are doing right now? What should they do?
I mean, you hit on it, Chris. the defense. Where is the defense? Like in recent games, they scored 7, 4, 2, 3, 3, 2. That's a reasonable offensive games, right? But it's a matter of they're giving up so many goals, which is the complaint we have all season with the Flyers. Like this is a good Flyers team. It's just the defense is not there.
It's upsetting because we're saying like they're close. They're not obviously Stanley Cup close, but they are close to the playoffs, and we all know here, and all of Philly knows that they can do it, and how incredible that would be for playoff hockey. But with that, we're gonna get into one of our favorite segments now, and that is our Sports Talk Philadelphia's first take. So let's get right into it. And our first question is the Eagles' offensive coordinator job not attractive? Honestly, I guess of what we've seen, I thought it would be the most attractive job in the world. But honestly, off of more thought and what's happened in real life, probably not. I mean, it is Philly, so it's the fan base is always hard. But it's like, man, it just feels like there's something else bigger happening. I don't know. What do you think, Chris?
I mean, on the surface, yeah, it does seem like one of the best jobs in the NFL, right? You don't have to be the head coach, but you're still going to be calling the plays. Sirianni, you're going to be calling the plays as his OC. They're back-to-back division champions. They won the Super Bowl not even a year ago at this point. But then, you start to dig a little deeper, and it's like, how many, as talented as he is and as much as we love him, AJ was a little bit of a locker room problem this season. I don't think there's any sugarcoating that, so maybe that's affecting the decision. Maybe the Eagles are just trying to look outside the box. Maybe that's really what it is. Maybe they're going to go to college route or even crazier. Who knows? But I still think to me personally, I still think it's one of the better jobs in the NFL because you're going to come in, you're going to win right away. They're still running back a lot of the same guys, back-to-back division champions. But yeah, I'm not sure. What are you thinking, Tyler?
I think the notion that this job is not attractive is a little bit overblown. I think what we're forgetting is that this has been one of the biggest open coaching markets that we've had in years, and not just for coordinators, but for head coaching jobs from good teams. I mean, the Ravens just got a new coach. The Bills just got a new coach. They're also now looking for coordinators at those two teams as well. So there's a lot of competitive, open coaching spots right now, and it's not like people have said, I don't want to work for the Eagles. It's just, what if the people that the Eagles are interviewing, they're like, these guys are not right for what we're trying to build here. I trust the Eagles. There's a reason this team has been so successful. I don't want them to just hire someone quickly just to say they filled the spot if it's not somebody who is not qualified.
What do you think, Jay?
I mean, I feel like it should have been the first spot taken. Like if you're somebody going for an offense coordinator position, like that should have been the first spot because it's like this team is like so good. They just won the Super Bowl 2 years ago, so it's like it's obvious that this team can win it and can go all the way. And especially for someone who's trying to become a head coach next season, I feel like an Eagles offense coordinator position, especially if you make it successful, you can easily get a head coach spot. So I have no idea why there isn't a rush to other people like wanting this job way more and like passing on it, like how Brian Daboll did, like choosing 2 other teams before even thinking about the Eagles.
It's because didn't Daboll go to the Titans?
Yes.
Yeah, he's now the offense coordinator of the Titans, I believe so. Like I like Titans, no hate, but not even comparable the weapons that Eagles have compared to the Titans. Like, if I'm a coach, so we got. That's when we're like, why is there not a coach? There's got to be something deeper there. Maybe it's because the head guy up top, Mr. Nick Sirianni, is not the easiest to work with because he's offensive play calling. He's going to have to go through that. The offensive play call is going to have to deal with Sirianni a lot. So it's like maybe there's just some bashing of heads there. I don't know, because honestly, I thought we'd have gone on this show and we'd be talking about the next offensive coordinator. So it's puzzling a little bit. Now, I agree with Tyler 100%. The Eagles, they actually have a great front office, unlike a lot of other teams. So I trust them. I completely trust them. And whatever they do, I think probably will be for the best of the franchise. Do you guys want to add anything else on that?
I'm ready for this next question.
Next question, Isaiah. We got a heater for the next question. This one we all were even talking about off-show a little bit, should the Sixers be all in for Mr. Giannis? Obviously, we saw he kind of been asking for years to get out of Milwaukee, but now it's like official. He wants to get out of Milwaukee, and it's most likely going to happen this year during this season. So, should the Sixers be all in for Mr. Giannis? Let's hear it. Let's hear what we got to say.
Okay, I don't think so. But if you're looking around the league and looking at different packages you can strung up, Sixers got a pretty interesting one. I think Paul George would have to be in it because the salaries would match.
Yep.
And then I don't want to do this, but you'd probably throw in VJ or McCain because those two are some of the best young guards in the league right now in terms of value. Bill Simmons had that idea, and I didn't really agree with it. But the more I think about it, the more Embiid's playing well, the more Maxey, you know what he is. Maybe Giannis would maximize the ceiling of this team. So I could see the Sixers being in it. I don't think it'll happen, but Sixers and Giannis with Embiid and Maxey could be a very interesting big three here. But I know Tyler's got a different opinion.
Yeah. I hate to say it, Sixers fans, but I think it's going to be the Knicks. I think the Knicks are going to get him. I look at the fact that the Knicks have the assets to trade him. I think that they could get away with Cat. I think they can get away with another asset as well, probably I would say a Mikal Bridges and then maybe a draft pick as well. And then also I think Giannis is going to be the biggest needle mover for the Knicks. I feel like other spots, Giannis might not move the needle enough, but with the Knicks, they're going to be the prohibitive favorites in the East. So I hate to say it because it's the Knicks and they're our rivals, but I think they've kind of been on the Giannis train for a minute, and they're ready to strike.
Really are. I know. I know Jaden's got a different opinion too.
Well, I'm not even a Sixers fan. I would hate if it was the Knicks. I would genuinely be upset. But I think he's going to go to the Warriors. So I feel like it's, a Jimmy Butler, a Jonathan Kuminga, right? And, Moses Moody with whatever first round picks the Warriors have, throw it in there.
A lot.
Get Giannis on this Warriors team. I've been saying this since 2019. Get on the Warriors, please.
Got Giannis and nobody else.
I mean,
That's all we need. That's all we need.
Insane.
ACL Jimmy Butler. I wonder if a team will take him.
Literally. I mean,
Yeah.
with the Giannis, there's unfortunately it's all the time we have in today's episode, but we will see on next episode. We'll see where Giannis goes. Thank you so much for watching. If you would please check out our socials at SportsTalk LTV on X and Instagram. Please stay tuned next week because, of course, we're going to have another heater. Thank you so much, and bye.